Hello YouTube, welcome back to Kathy's Tiny Teardrop. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well hey guys, I got a great video for you guys today, and that is my story. How I became a nomad, what path I took, and I hope you get some inspiration and get to know me a little bit better by telling you my tale. Alright, let's get started guys. Hope you're having a good day. Well, all right, I got us a nice place here so I can just kind of share my story with you and how I got to be a full-time nomad in a tiny teardrop named Tinkerbell. All right, guys, so let's get started with the story. So I was, like you, some of you, working full-time in a job and an apartment. I had all the things you put in the apartment, you know. I had the nice sleigh bed and the flat screen and the recliner and the, you know, all the material possessions that I worked for. And I wanted something better for my life. I looked around and I was not happy with the way things were going. My previous skills, I have been a bartender. Yes, I was a bartender, and a very good one for many years. And that's what I did. So I had a life of in the fast lane, late nights, loud places and lots of people for a very long time. And I decided to change my life, and that's what I did. So the first thing I wanted to change is where I lived. I did not want to live in an apartment anymore. And I had a friend of mine that had a camper, excuse me, and he sold it to me, would sell it to me for $3,500. I put an ad in Craigslist for a fully furnished one-bedroom apartment to buy the whole unit as a lot. All my furniture, my bed, everything. Somebody came and bought it, the whole thing, everything I owned, for somebody that was starting college. So that's the first thing I did, sold everything I owned. The second thing I did was buy the trailer. Took it to an RV park, not very close, not very far from where I was living in an apartment. And let's take a look at where I first moved my trailer. All right, guys, this is where the magic started, right here in this RV park right here. I drive through here and I say, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. But we all start somewhere. And this was comfortable to me. It was home to me. It was close, you know, to everything. So all I really did here is to not change my life, but to change where I lived. Oh, cool. The spot that I actually lived in is open, so you can see it. How cool is that? So let's go this way. And pull into this spot right here, which is, like I said, where I actually was. And I loved living here. I moved from an apartment to here, and I loved it. but I wouldn't love it now. We evolve. But it's got this nice water, and then all the trailers just back up to it. All right, guys, we're pulling out of this RV park like we did years ago, baby. Sayonara. And yeah, taking a little trip down memory lane with you guys. Let's go see where I went after this. We're going over the Kima Bridge here. Kima. Headed down to San Leon. So guys, you can have a wonderful, wonderful environment in an RV park. If traveling the roads isn't really for you, but you want a little more freedom in your life and you want to live in an RV, come down to the water. There's lots of RV parks down by the water, and they usually have very relaxed rules down by the fishermen. So let's go see the one I went to. Bayshore RV Park. This is it. Alright, let's check it out. So better, huh? So I got a little bit more freedom here. There was some palm trees. Right there was my spot, where this one is, right there. I was right there. That was my spot. I see some trailers that are still here when I was here, and gosh, I've had years and years of living. They've been sitting right here. All right, pretty cool. The first two places. So when I was there at the RV park in Galveston Bay, I bought the second trailer I've ever owned, a vintage Bethany pop-up. I wanted to travel. I knew my trailer I couldn't travel in, you know. I didn't have anything to pull it. It was way too heavy, way too big. So I bought a pop-up. Bought that pop-up for $900. I got it home and could not pop it up by myself. Could not do it. Had to turn around and sell it the next week. But I made a nice little profit, $800 on that, and back to square one. So that's two trailers I've owned so far. So I sold the Dutchman. After selling the Dutchman, I bought a 24-foot Skyline Nomad. Let's check that out. Pretty cool camper, Skyline Nomad. Starting to be more mobile with this. Starting to go to different state parks. Starting to, you know, enjoy camper life a little bit, and got a taste of a 24-foot. Then I wanted to go smaller. So then I got a 16-foot Shasta. Check that out. $16-foot Shasta. Now I'm traveling in Texas, but you know, a lot more. I'm getting the bug. I'm getting the Nomad bug. I've got a Shasta. People are, stopping me everywhere I go. And you know, it's just a beautiful camper. I painted it myself and everything. Just a beautiful camper. Most of these campers I had to do a lot of work on. All right. Shasta's been good, but I'm ready for something else. What do I get? A converted cargo trailer. I buy a cargo trailer, already had an AC in the front, and I converted it into a camper. Installed windows. It had a back that came down like that. That did it. That is when I became a full-time nomad. Got my first war camping job up in San Juan Mountains of Colorado. Hello, Lisa, my friend. Cooking in a dude ranch. Had a wonderful experience because of the people I was with, not so much the job. And that was it. Full-time nomad then. So after the cargo, I'm ready for something else. I find a vintage Yellowstone, like 12-foot camper. Oh my gosh, it was in such bad shape. You just couldn't believe the shape of this. Took me months to rehab this camper, but I loved it more than anything I'd ever had. I kept it for years. It was light. I could pull it. I was in hog heaven. I had good height. Got a job in the hill country. Lived in it for 2 years working at an RV park. But I would sit there and watch Bob Wells and Carolyn. I just yearned to be free, to sleep in the desert, to have a different life. I wanted it so bad. And so off I went. I got a job in South Dakota and took my van. I had a family van at that time, 15-passenger van, and my vintage Yellowstone. And full-time nomad then. I loved it. And you guys know I had a hard decision selling it. And so I sold it. I had to turn in the family van. And then I bought the Honda Odyssey minivan. And I was happy just with that. So happy. And you guys know the rest. Tinkerbell came along, my tiny teardrop, wasn't even looking for it, just fell right in my hands. And what a beautiful, beautiful teardrop that I have now. Pulled by my sturdy, trustworthy Honda Odyssey minivan. Well, guys, that's my story. And now we live every day as a nomad, every day waking up, not knowing what's in store, but it's always an adventure, taking you along with us in everything we do. And so glad to have you here. And thanks so much for listening to my story. I really enjoyed telling it to you. All right, guys, well, we'll be hitting the road soon. We're leaving the first few days of December, headed to Quartzsite, Arizona with the other nomads to sleep in the desert under the stars. And it's going to be a magical season there this year. So make sure you stay tuned here to Kathy's Tiny Teardrop for all my videos from Quartzsite, Arizona, coming soon. Well, have a great Sunday night. Thanks for tuning in. May the sun light up your days and the stars light up your nights. Until next time, YouTube, we'll see you.